Hey, welcome from Stockholm. I'm Rudy Maxa. I'm with my partner Tommy Danielson. Together we own maxatours.com, and we are actually just starting a tour here in Stockholm. Behind us you can see the Royal Palace, and if you're looking to the right you'll see Parliament.
Riksdagen is what it's called in Swedish. So yeah, what a gorgeous day. It was supposed to rain here, which is kind of interesting.
Tommy's Norwegian, so he can pronounce all these words. But so what's going on in travel? Let me start with the Hard Rock Hotel has opened in Manhattan. And of course they've got all the usual icons of musicians mounted on the walls and so on. But also you can grab a Fender guitar and play it yourself. This is what I like. They have moonlight yoga classes up on the rooftop.
Are you up at midnight still?
No, I'm not doing yoga at midnight on rooftops in New York, but there might be people who want to do it. Anyway, I think it's sort of cute that the...
yeah, I don't know about the Fender though. I don't know if I want to have the guy next to the room next to me paying his Fender at 3 o'clock in the morning, you know, but too much rock and roll for one hand. I don't know.
Right.
Yeah, so we also was reported, the Points guy this morning reported, or yesterday, because it's Monday here, it's still Sunday in the middle of the night in the
We should
US.
point out, yeah, it is the 23rd of May, right?
Yes, the 23rd of May,
Okay.
so
2022.
Yeah, and so it's Monday, but last we saw the Points guy pointed out a good redemption for if you have those membership rewards points, if you have Capital One points, or if you have City Thank You points. It's actually only 44,000 miles to go in business class, and that's, you know, in with some decent availability from the US to Morocco if you use the Etihad miles. And you can transfer over. It's instant. It's very easy. You just have to enroll in advance, and you just literally, like you have your United account in a normal or Delta account or whatever you have, you literally transfer it over. It's instant from your American Express points to the Etihad points. And sometimes they have promos.
Do you happen to know, and I asked this seriously, can you do a layover in Qatar if you want, do you know?
In Abu Dhabi?
No, in Abu Dhabi, excuse me, yeah.
I'm quite sure you can, because there are flights that get in where there are automatically 12 or 24-hour layovers where you can pick
That'd be sort of interesting. The layover in Abu Dhabi, I'd do that.
Right, so now we've seen everybody, availability, and this happens just not on, it happens every year when it's summer, people who have not decided to book in advance, and they're now starting to look, oh, I couldn't find anything in business class, it's only, you know, Delta's charging me 600,000 one way to go to Europe. Well, you know, it's too late this year, and what we're seeing now is an explosion of tourism here in this area.
The other thing that I found was interesting was that the TSA identified Miami, Fort Lauderdale, and San Francisco airports in that order as having the longest security lines. Now, this is presuming you're not using Clear, or you don't have, you know, TSA pre-TSA or TSA pre? I'm always
TSA pre-check.
TSA pre-check. So it might be wise to get a Clear membership or TSA pre-check, because particularly if you're flying in and out or through Miami, Fort Lauderdale, or San Francisco. So
yeah, and we also noticed here it's not just there's also significant lines here in Stockholm. We have a group with us that's going with us to Norway tomorrow, and SAS has sent me a text message saying to show up 3 hours before your flight, and that's for you know, less than an hour to Oslo. So the lines I checked on social media this morning are massive, and it's because, you know, they haven't it's literally like a light switch with demand with travel coming back in Europe right now, that you know, no Americans were going to Europe. Now everybody's going.
So staffing problems aren't just on cruise ships, you all, it's everywhere.
Yeah,
hey, we actually did a travel minute in only 4 minutes.
Yeah, but also we were going to talk about the cruise ships too.
Oh, we were. Well, I was just going to say, I know that there's a cruise ship out. Well, here's the problem. The cruise ships are having trouble bringing people back to work. They don't have enough numbers, so many of them are going out with many empty berths. For example, there's one cruise ship out right now that normally has 900 employees and now has 500 only. So as you can imagine, they can't fill all their berths because they don't have enough people to, you know, provide room cleaning, berth cleaning of cabins, and serving food and preparing food and so on. So staffing, and as you may know if you've stayed in any hotels lately, except maybe the highest end hotels, daily maid service is not common anymore. If you request it, they'll come clean your room. Otherwise, you need to change the towels, call, they'll bring it to you. Otherwise, they may not do your room except every 2 days. And I was just in a Hilton that said we only come in and, you know, make your bed every 3 days.
Right.
So there is still I think a worldwide staffing problem for hotels, and as Tommy just said, maybe for airport security here. To wait
Yeah.
3 hours for a 1 hour flight to Oslo to get through security is a long time.
Yeah, for that short of a flight, it's less than an hour. That's pretty pathetic. But I mean, at the end of the day, these are corporations that are, they knew the demand was coming. They just were scaling back, and at least what we're seeing here in Europe is that nobody's cut back on breakfast. Nobody has cut back on benefits. Nobody has cut back on what you normally get. They clean your room every day. It's normal service and that kind of stuff. I think the only thing that we saw that was different was at the Sheraton they removed the minibars.
Yeah, that's sort of weird, actually.
Yeah, so our guests are staying at the Sheraton, which is a 5-star Sheraton, one of the best in the world. But I was really surprised to see that they've decided not to do minibars. And minibars are actually reasonably priced here. You can get a bottle of water or a Perrier or a soda or whatever for like $3. But apparently that they took the opportunity to get rid of the minibars. And where we're staying is
the guy who restocked the minibars out of a job.
Right.
Or
So
they couldn't find somebody to do it.
yeah, I don't know if that's going to be the case. I didn't ask them, but I noticed. But I did inspection on the rooms for our guests, and both all the minibars were empty, and also they removed the espresso machines from all the rooms except for suites.
Okay.
So, but I think that, and also we're staying at an $89 a night hotel, which is the Scandic Grand Central, and they have a half a bottle of champagne in our minibar.
And also a great breakfast. So.
Yeah, phenomenal breakfast. That's kind of the staple around here, and in the U.S., it's you can't for the life of you, get basic things anymore. So
Yeah, you want great big breakfasts, including your room price, come to Scandinavia, here, particularly here in Sweden. All right, we actually did this. We still didn't keep it to a minute or two. But
no, but I will do. We missed a couple of days last week. Also,
Oh,
and
okay,
since it's not going to be live, then it doesn't matter. We're not taking this out of people's time. Usually we do these live, but I forgot the correct cable back in the hotel, so we can't do it live. But I mean, it is in the middle of the. Well, I guess on the East Coast it's breakfast time right now, but on the West Coast people are still sleeping. But yeah, so we'll check in with you every day this week, and with the cable, right cable, and yeah. So this is Tommy and
Rudy,
we'll see you tomorrow.
bye-bye.
Thanks.